episode of Prime Sports Center. I'm your host, Dale.
And I'm Kane the Shrub Watson. And we have an exciting roundup for you this
Yeah.
Prime Sports Center because we go from
uh,
Australia
yeah.
to North America to the local scenes all over. I mean, later on, we have at the midway point, we have sports commentary with the controversial boss himself. And I know some big UFC fights coming up. And I mean, people, if you want to win money, listen to that man.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really listen to him much, but hey, I forgive him props on that one because he tend to hit it right on the spot with that. So we have a bit of, track and field news for you. Football news, reggae ball.
A bit of everything.
Everything. Sports awards, NFL, Australian Open, you need table tennis. You need it. So to
but as you say, a bit of excitement and also a bit of sadness. Because we lost a dear friend, a KC classmate, a table tennis brethren, passed away. It was on Tuesday?
January the 14th.
The 14th of January. Nikada Clark is the name, former representative at the youth level for table tennis here in Jamaica. He was one of the guys who also, along with yourself, kept that winning streak in table tennis in Jamaica in terms of KC winning for 14 years in a row. He was a part of that legacy at Kingston College as well, Nikada Clark. So condolences to the family of Mr. Clark, I know he had a son, a 1-year-old son and a daughter, so I know it's very hard times for them over there in New York. He lived in New York.
Like a brother to me because we grew up together in the sport of table tennis in the junior days, and I even knew him before that. We were in the same 7th grade, and hearing the news, it was, I can't even describe it, heartbreaking because he's like a brother to me. When I was younger, I go to his house, he come to my house. We go training, we travel. We play against each other, we play doubles together. He was making life for himself.
Won many titles together as well. Yeah.
Making himself a life for himself in New York. We used to talk now and then, not every day, but we still keep in contact. And then when I heard the news, it was like, how? But I said condolences to the Clark family. And I know he's still with us here in spirit, and his name lives on.
Yeah, man. And
great man, I tell you.
And
always have your back.
Of course, no matter
always
what.
Always laughing and smiling, but when time comes, have your back.
Why,
I have the table, anything.
I tell you,
have your back.
At camp one day and something happened, me and Ian Lynch that were playing, and something happened, and Nikada Sweet said Ian do something right away, is attack mode.
Attack mode,
I said, no man, it good, man, it good.
Some amount of stories, man. I remember playing club league with him down by Cleveland Wise. The match was against Cleveland Wise.
Yeah.
Back in the day, when club league was swinging. So I said club league is back now and it's in full effect, which is good. And I remember a match, and I think we were playing, Cleveland Wallace, and Robert Hyatt was representing that team, and Robert Hyatt.
Yeah. That's a brother of Michael Hyatt.
Clash, words and saying, as a elder, and we were younger, we talked up and talk. And I remember Nikada being serious. I would tell him, say, yo, season one, what you do?
Yeah.
When him grab him khaki pants, we know what that means. But I tell you, I'm calling someone that story.
Yeah, man.
I always have a back, but I know him looking down on us.
Sad and shocking news, boy, I tell you. Yeah, very shocking, we won't talk much about the incident or what happened, it was an illness, a sudden illness, and and for those, and for those in New York City, the KC, I know KC have a big family in New York, and I know a lot of his classmates might be in and around the city as well. They're gonna have a wake in New York on the 15th of February. We will announce the venue when we get confirmation of that. So they're gonna have something in New York as well as here in Jamaica. All right, so. Again,
look out for that.
Yeah, man.
Moving on to the nature of sports.
Yeah.
They will kick things off down by Australian Open. Things shaping up. Most, if not all, the top seeds are through. In the 4th round of 16. So looking on the female side, the favorites are there. Sabalenka, Goff, Swiatek, all through. Not much casualties. I mean, when it goes to the top seeds, we saw Osaka did play. Got injured, but had a good outing, won a couple of matches, but overall hasn't been a top seed in a long while. But she has that name and that prowess. But she had to retire hurt in her match. But on the female side, things seem to be going smoothly.
As expected, I think majority of the players we expect to reach this round.
We see a lot of fight, a lot of comeback, close matches, but this is where the tough gets going.
Yeah, man. Round of 16, round 4.
So we see where as I said, Sabalenka, Goff, and Swiatek, and I'm leaning. As I said last week, I'm keeping with my pick. Swiatek to go all the way.
Swiatek.
You think Coco Goff?
Yeah, I think it's time for Goff now.
You think it's time?
Yeah, man.
You think what you?
Yeah, I believe in Goff this tournament.
Yeah, I believe in Goff.
But
I just think Swiatek. I mean, with all what she's faced, and I mean, playing top level, the highest level so far, but still losing matches here and there in these homes. Sabalenka is a 2-time champion. You can't write her off. But it's going to be tough. But somehow I'm leaning towards Swiatek.
In good form to destroy Emma. What 6-1, 6-0?
Which Emma that?
Raducanu. She played well as well this tournament. You have to. Whenever you talk about tennis, you just have to call her name.
Why is that?
I'm just telling you in terms
like
of finding. No, she's like an Anna Kournikova. Is a.
Nice on the eyes.
Yes, she's a crowd pleaser. Yeah, but she played not that bad, but Swiatek seems to be in good form though. 6-1, 6 love.
But I say they can't bet against a defending champion, 2-time defending champion. Sabalenka seems to be in that form to make it 3
as well.
And I mean, that would put her in a class where among the big names to win 3 tournaments in a row. You have the
start driving back some interest.
Serena Williams. I want to see somebody step up.
Some interest. What's the ratings like now for female on the female side in terms of viewership? Yeah,
viewership
for NFL. It's still up. It's still up. Even with
lawn tennis. Yeah.
Okay.
Lawn tennis is it doesn't waver like the NBA.
Okay. I was just wondering because on the female side, you never really have that. You don't have that draw like like before. You don't have that draw. But I guess as tennis, you have your loyal tennis fans out there. So watch regardless. I haven't been watching much female tennis, to be honest with you.
You haven't been watching much tennis.
Yeah.
Say that.
Yeah. I still look at Joker from now.
One of these days, I won't carry on to Australia and Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Me and Peter going to go. Where's Peter? We're going to go to Wimbledon next year, not this year. Let's plan it. No, but next year is World Cup, so we're going to be in World Cup. I don't think I can make both trips, So we're going World Cup next year, Peter. Yes, man, definitely.
All right. So on the male side,
Sinner in the mix, Alcaraz in the mix, and the quest for 25, Djokovic, your pick, is still here.
Yeah, man.
I know that man is fit and it's a tough cookie to beat.
Yeah. Even though the age is there, but
the age been there. But he's a late bloomer, really, So, but it's wear and tear. You think he has much wear and tear?
No, I don't. I don't
think it shows.
No,
wear and tear not showing.
No, and
physically looks strong.
And that's why I call him the go-to because I think he's just as efficient as Federer, but I think that his shots are much stronger. So I don't think I'm have to go through the rigors of the ball keep coming back. That wear and tear like Nadal. It's obvious that Nadal would have had countless amount of injuries based on how Nadal
played. But Nadal lasts long still.
Yeah, as well. Develop a backhand in the latter part.
Not much tennis players' career lasts
as long as Nadal.
Nadal has been playing for like 20 years.
Yeah,
which
on
tennis
top.
player play for that?
Yeah.
Nadal's career is longer than Djokovic's career.
Yeah, that is true.
At the top,
and trust me, he's a tough man though, because the way Nadal, if you remember Nadal earlier stages, Rakic used to be behind him heading on.
Nadal probably have a longer career than Federer.
Probably.
Federer is older.
Probably.
But at the top, remember said Nadal has been at the top with Federer. Nadal has been at the top with Djokovic.
That is
and
true.
He just retired last year.
Yeah.
So that's span of 20 years of.
He's tough because he battle a lot of foot injuries, all manner of injuries with Nadal. But as I said before, I think Novak is very efficient in how him approach the game, and technique and everything. So as you're right, I don't think he has.
Attribute is elasticity.
Yeah. That's
now run up and down, and he gets back balls with so much of a strength. You know, when you stretch the ball, and when you stretch the ball and return it, you know, it put you in a spot where him hard to recover.
Yeah.
So his assistant ability to move around the court and cut angles, I think he's the greatest in that.
Yeah.
But pound for pound, shot for shot, on any given day, you cannot stand up to Federer. When Federer is one and back and is on pinpoint and that forehand, you can't beat Federer.
But I think Nadal, Novak is a total package.
Yeah, he's a mixture of both. He's a mixture of everything.
He has a strength. I think he's much stronger than Federer.
I think
well, I don't think. I know he's much stronger than Federer.
He's more of a Swiss army knife, like an army knife. You know when you want the pocket knife and you want that and you flick out that and Djokovic can give everything. Yeah. And at a high level.
Yeah. That is why he's the best.
That's why he's
the best you have ever seen. He's the best you have ever seen.
Like LeBron. He's like
no. This man is a winner. This man is a champion. Anyway, but he's gonna get the 25th. I think this is the only chance for him to get to number 25. I don't see him doing much.
Who did I go with last week? Zverev. I think I went with Zverev last week. Yeah, I'm sticking with Zverev.
Alexander. Yeah, Zverev, the German.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Zverev.
Okay. He's a next upcoming youngster as well.
I'm going with an outside pick, but I mean,
you seen anybody beating Sinner now?
Sinner seems to have an easier half.
Yeah.
Alcaraz and Djokovic are set to meet in the
quarterfinals.
I think the winner is on a collision course with Zverev. So even so, that half is loaded.
Yeah, that's more loaded.
Yeah, and Sinner seems to be
so the Americans is over the other side. The rising.
Taylor Fritz lose.
Yeah.
Medvedev lose.
Yeah.
So I mean.
Medvedev's create that opening and the other half.
Even from before.
Yeah.
Sinner's half seems to have lighter work.
Well, if you're number one, you deserve a easier path. You know, you work your way to number one.
I've been number one and get tougher parts. I won't get into that. Right, Peter? You got a set job for me, you know. Yeah. When you were number one in it, they used to set up your jaw. Yeah, you know, you have a tough quarter.
You smash in the quarter.
I tell you. Yeah, probably Gavin in the semis and probably Dibs in the finals.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alcaraz and Djokovic is set to meet in the quarterfinals, and I think that match will definitely have the viewership and the ratings. Alcaraz is fit and young and ready, so that's where the buck ends for Djokovic. And I mean,
against Alcaraz.
Yeah, I think you'll take a toll on Alcaraz, and Zverev will pick Alcaraz's pocket, go to the final, and
face off with Sinner.
I mean, my crystal ball, rubbing the crystal ball, and you just look like a new winner coming out of the crystal ball.
Boy, Sinner.
Hence they call me the shops. Let's see what the shop.
The mere fact that sometimes when you have this, I think Sinner really have a great advantage, though. You know.
In terms of
lightweight, him don't have to go through the rigors that these guys will have to go through. From starting from the quarterfinals.
Let's work on him playing top level.
Man. So he has, and plus him probably have something in his system that's left over, allegedly. Yeah.
But I green something there, Kalalu.
Yeah, man. All right, so that's our wrap up for the Australian Open.
Yeah, but I mean, some nice matches coming up. I mean, some nice matches.
The fourth round, yeah.
You see some thrilling comebacks. What's his name? David, I don't remember his name. Came back, double matches, down 2-love. You see Slovenia come back against Paulini last night. Some good matches play already. Yeah. So look forward to even better matches coming up, especially from the quarterfinals onward on both sides of the table. We see a female playing male. Look out for that Alcaraz Djokovic, I tell you. And next week we'll come back and preview the finals, because next week Saturday is a female final, and next week Sunday is a male final. So we'll have that for you. And remember our picks. I'm going with Swiatek. You're going with Coco Gauff?
Yeah, of course.
You're going with Quest for 25?
Yeah, man, Novak.
Sticking with that?
Yeah, man, I have to stick with it.
Stick with it, champ.
Yeah, this is the only time, this is the only chance.
I'm going with 25. Zverev. I don't know why. I just feel like, you know, because last year Sinner's first title ever, first Grand Slam title ever was Australian Open. We saw him win 2 titles last year, and I think that Australian Open again will yield a first-time Grand Slam winner, and I'm going with Alexander Zverev.
All right, that's it.
So that's our Australian Open roundup, and we look we would dive now straight into NFL. Cause last week we had some picks.
Yeah.
You got some right, I got some right.
Yeah.
You got some wrong, I got some.
You know, I made my pick just based off of it's just my play. It wasn't off logic. You know, but this week will be straight logic.
Tell the people that.
Yeah, man. You know, sometimes you have a favorite.
We have to stick to logic. We have to put aside emotions.
Yeah, that is true. But you know, sometimes you have a player and say, boy, I might play. I can't bet against my player. You know what I mean?
I can't bet against that.
You know it already. But this week my picks will be purely off of stats and logics. You understand? So.
But today, 4:30, we have the Chiefs versus the Texans.
Yeah.
Logic, we're both having the same pick with logic.
The Chiefs versus the Texans. No,
you sound like you don't want to be logical. I see all your friend. Can you know the logical?
I can tell you, I kick off in just about what? 4:30 in 15 minutes. That's a big match.
Big match.
And CJ Stroud, that's his name. Stroud. The QB for the Texans. Never have a good season, but start around come into shape in the last half. Patrick Mahomes not even been named to the what they call it, the Pro Bowl game.
Yeah.
Didn't get selected for the Pro Bowl this time around.
I mean,
you know, one of the greatest. No, come on, Ken. Think about this.
One of the greatest.
Have you ever seen? Have you ever hear or seen Tom Brady and these elite QBs not been selected for a Pro Bowl? Never. Can you imagine Kobe Bryant don't make an all-star team? You understand what I'm saying? So for Patrick Mahomes not to make the Pro Bowl, I think.
But on the Pro Bowl, they pick 2 from each conference, right?
4. I think 4 QB. Yeah, 4.
4 QBs from
each
conference.
4. Mm-hmm.
And you're telling 4 QBs are ahead of him in his conference.
Yeah.
Let alone the whole NFL.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But he will be selected to the All-Pro.
So these 4 QBs, did they have a better season than him?
Obviously. But even though the Chiefs had the #1 record in the East, in the NFC East.
There you go.
You get what I'm saying? So they say the Chiefs defense is the cause of it. And we can understand because it's a team game, but not selecting Patrick Mahomes to the Pro Bowl.
Fans in the stands.
The man put.
I don't know much people watch Pro Bowl like that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's a slight at him. So I think him coming out with fire, blood in his eyes, you know. So. I was going to go against the Chiefs. I was going to go against the Chiefs for this match.
That's what I was wondering because I see a holy bread when you said.
Yeah, but I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs for this match here. Because if CJ was playing a little bit better throughout the season, I know him playing a little.
Chiefs defense good.
They have a good defense, and that's what I'm.
Game close. You know, Patrick Mahomes.
That's my point. And then on top of it, them have something to play for now. You know, you have to play for your name. You know, you feel like the voters. They didn't vote in disrespect.
You know, Michael Jordan find a little reason.
Yeah. So I'm going. So because of the extra motivation, and the fact that the Texans QB to me is not having a great season, playing a little bit better, and the Chiefs defense is much improved from last year. I'm going with Kansas City for this round, for the divisional round.
Pick.
Yeah. I'm going with Kansas City.
One of the greatest QBs.
Yeah.
I mean, playing with a strong defense.
Yeah.
I mean, as I say, hungry.
Yeah, man, hungry. Of course.
In the sport.
And he's going for his 3rd straight. Never been done before. Yeah. 3rd straight. Yeah. Super Bowl victory. Never been done before. So he's trying to create.
I know about that, right, Peter? Winning 3 straight. Never been done before.
Yeah, so he's trying to. He's also trying. He's trying to create history. He has 3 Super Bowl already in his young career. You know, so he's trying to go for with 3 numbers, straight. Will make it before.
With a lot of numbers behind it.
Of course.
Like relying on the defense.
No, it's all him. Not all him, but a lot of the success is because of him.
Leading the team.
Of course, he's the leader.
MVP of that.
All right, so people will both have the Chiefs winning this match.
Lions and Commanders will play at 8. I had Commanders not going through. And I mean, Commanders proving me wrong.
Detroit Lions is the top seed as well for the NFC. But as I tell you, this youngster named Jaden Daniels, something special.
He said it last week.
He's something special.
I give you that.
It's at the end of the match last week.
I give you that.
Yeah, something special. Cool and calm under pressure. Why the Lions full of weapons though?
Just my logical pick again would be the Lions. Now wait for your logical because this is more your feeling of it. NFL.
You know, everything happening special in 2025. You know, everything
Every year we say the same.
No, 2025 just feels different, you know.
Than 2024?
From elections to everything that come around.
What elections are you talking? Local?
No, that's generally. Everything that's happening is special things happening out there.
Green cars, orange cars.
I'm going with the Commanders. I'm yeah. I'm going with the Commanders with Jaden Dallin. I'm going with the Commanders for this match. I think Jaden. I think this youth is that special, and I think he has motivated the whole team with his play and his presence. So I think this youth here is going to show up tonight. I think
two good matches today. I think two good matches.
Two excellent matches.
4:30.
Yeah.
Chiefs versus Texans. That's coming up shortly.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock we have the Lions and Commanders.
So you're going with the Lions?
I'm going with the Lions.
I'm going with the underdogs, the Commanders.
I'm going with the Lions.
But maybe we're seeing something special with Jaden. But anyway, we will continue that next week after them defeat the Lions later on.
Yeah. Tomorrow
this evening.
Two top matches as well. I mean, once you get to this round, you know, sir.
Yeah, I don't really like the Eagles and the Rams. I don't like it. I don't see it. You're going with the Rams? I'm going with the Eagles.
No, that's why how come you like it?
No.
Because I know you're not going with my pick.
No, I'm saying it's not two teams that excite me. I'm not really excited to watch Jalen and Barkley in the backfield here. Who should have been Saquon Barkley, who should be the MVP. Well, I think he should be the MVP based on based on the rushing yards and as a running back. But you know, the Mars want to give it to the quarterback. But I'm going with the Eagles.
I'm going with the Rams.
I'm going with the Eagles.
I'm going with the Rams.
No, I think this is the biggest matchup of the weekend.
Okay. Tomorrow, Eagles Rams is at 3.
3.
And then at 6:30, Bills and Ravens.
The biggest match.
I don't know who to go with.
No, this is the toughest pick.
Tough.
Yeah, because it's two MVP.
Can draw?
Two MVP.
Much can't draw. That's one thing with American sports.
Yeah, the one you can't draw. You must have a winner.
You have to have a winner.
Josh Allen.
Big QB.
Without a doubt, Lamar's team is the better team. But what Josh Allen is doing and the Buffalo and with the Bills is something special. Lamar Jackson looking to prove himself as well, you know, been bounced out almost every year at the same point of the season, you know, divisional round. So
and the win probability of that match, Bills 48%, Ravens 52%. That's almost a dead heat where it's hard to separate them because you know you're not going to have a 50-50.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody has to win, and the book is have a 52% probability of Ravens winning, 48 for the Bills, and I think it's even closer than that. I think
the home match is
I think it's
Ravens.
It's at Baltimore.
Yeah.
So, but tough to predict. I mean, it can go either way.
On the road.
I'm going with the Ravens though, just because I think Lamar Jackson will use his feet.
We'll finally
use his feet, and I mean this match could
but
even be a Super Bowl match.
But both of them have something to prove, you know, because Josh Allen is the same thing, you know, in terms of results, you know, at this stage of the season, he's always on the outside, you know. So both Josh and Lamar have a point to prove, not to the people and to themselves really, you know, that them can finally clear this hurdle, this round, you know. It's a tough pick. I'll go with. It's a tough pick.
Tough pick.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a wrong pick. Whoever wins this match, I think we'll go to.
But I'm an original Buffalo fan, so I'm a Buffalo fan. So I'm. Josh Allen is my boy, so I'm going with Josh, the better passer of the ball. I'm going with the underdog again. I'm going with the Buffalo.
I'm going with the Baltimore.
I'm going with Buffalo to win this match.
I'm going. The match is in Buffalo. Sorry, match is in Buffalo. Buffalo is at home.
Oh, in the snow snap start.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So even more, you're going with the Bills now.
Yes.
And bookies have Baltimore slight favorites by the slightest of margins.
Buffalo will win this match.
Oh, you give me.
No, they're going to play in the snow, you know.
Yeah, I mean.
It says not a free-flowing game. We can as a pass.
But it's in Baltimore too. Anyway,
no. Buffalo. Upstate is a different level of weather. Different level. Different level upstate. So I'm going with the Buffalo. Yeah. All right.
Advantage.
Yeah, man. So we have the Chiefs. I have the Chiefs, the Commanders, the Eagles, and the Bills.
Yeah. I have the Chiefs at home, Lions at home. I have the Rams
on the road.
And I have Ravens winning on the road. 2 home teams are winning today, and 2 road victories tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going with the LA Rams.
Yes, it's time the Buffalo people deserve a title now, Josh. they
But Josh
deserve.
Allen is a top QB.
Of course.
But Lamar Jackson is Mr. MVP though.
Yeah.
It's tough. Well, I'm going with Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson will find a way, whether it's with his arm, running the ball. I think he's a Swiss Army knife.
All right.
Yeah. He can find the weapons. Sorry, he can find the weapons. So
it's really that I want the show to run fast today, but this match is going to be a good match to watch.
4:30 match.
Yeah, man. All right, people. So that's our roundup for the NFL.
NFL and we just did the Australian Open, man. In a few from now, having sports commentary. But before we're going to sports commentary, which Peter gearing about, and then want him coming with again this week.
Yeah.
I know the people look forward to him.
Yeah. But one thing I can agree with Peter and what Peter said in his commentary about a month ago. We're talking about I 100% believe that for real. It's like right now in Jamaica, it's like the police them they fight in traffic
instead of fighting crime.
Yeah, boy.
I see somebody send a video to my phone.
Them hiding.
Police are hide behind a billboard with a speed gun and wait for ticket people. Big police in them suit. With him bike park up.
Hey.
And him behind it, you're peeping to my people on the corner.
Yeah, I think it's too much now. It's too much, I took a taxi in the week, early in the week.
You tell those things?
Yeah, man, I had to take a taxi early in the week, and the driver said, boy, oh boy, them want to dig off in place because them say something wrong with the front end, that's transport. And the man, I said, look on the road. Look at the condition of the road. What do you think going to happen? You think my front end going to be good? You know what I mean? You have potholes all over the place. You have manholes digging up where you can lick all your, mash up all your oil pan. If you drive over it a certain way, if your car too low, like the green, is green outside or is it, what color is it?
Orange or purple.
The orange one that's downstairs? No, that can't go over some of the manhole.
Down there. That cannot go. That have to come out the building before you can let in people in the front.
It's that low to the road, man. Yeah, but for real though, it's getting ridiculous. You see all 6, 7 officers on the same spot. All about traffic.
The roads are the police. Which I think more ridiculous.
I think that's the assignment of the police. I think it's a little bit too much. We have to ease up the.
As the police on bikes riding around looking in cars like them, look if you use your phone.
Oh my God!
And looking at the car, looking inside the car to see if you use your phone.
I think it gone too far now.
I ride around on bike, to see if
you're on your phone.
That's the only thing that I'm doing. Just riding on bike.
I think it's a little bit too. I know the government need money and all of these things, but it's a little bit too much, man.
What? To align their pockets?
Yeah,
not to fix the road.
Yeah, but it's a little bit over though, man. 6 and 7, you can't drive in peace now,
I don't think they're working under government guidelines. I think they're doing it off their own.
It can't be possible, Ken. So many police.
So you think that if government tell me as a police to ride around and look in cars to see if you're using your phone?
They deploy them to deal with traffic, get traffic.
Deal with traffic, but ride around and look in your car to see if you're using your phone.
Yeah, that's a part of the man. That's a part. No. That's a. They must be giving instructions to do those kind of things. We say a man a ride and
they're doing it. They're walking. The police are walking. New Kingston. You're driving through New Kingston. And you're walking past police, and the police are looking into your car, and the only thing they're looking for, they're not looking for weapons. I believe if you have an M16 and you have some bullets and some grenades and a flamethrower, but you're using your cell phone, the police say, a cell phone. I swear. That's what they've been trained to do.
Not pay the AK-47.
No, you can. It's possible that you might be safe going through New Kingston with an AK-47. And an M16 assault rifle and a bayonet, but you're not passing with a cell phone. That's a fact.
Yeah, I think it.
That's a fact. I told you that, guys, some time ago, that the police are fighting traffic. They should be fighting crime. What a novel idea, eh? Fighting crime. What do you think about that, Ken?
Yeah.
Police should be fighting
All right,
crime.
people, it's the midway point. It's time for sports commentary.
Guys, I have bad news. Greetings, sports commentary. Live, direct. So today I conducted an interview with the great George Ho Sang, and then I realized there was no sound on the interview. So I'm gonna send the interview. I'm gonna post it to our YouTube. I'm gonna do it over, and then, but it was a real firecracker of an interview. But tonight is supposed to be UFC 311. And I was very excited because at the top of UFC 311, Israel Makhachev was going to fight Sarukian. Now, as a martial artist, I was very interested, more than the average fans. I was a martial artist. I wanted to see whether the Russian-style wrestling of Sarukian could withstand the storm, the chokes of Makhachev. And I said, I hope this fight is going to happen. They fought before, you know. They fought before. This is actually Makhachev Sarukian 2. But guess what happened now? After spending weeks studying this fight, putting it into my computer, the algorithms, things you guys don't use to analyze fights. People wonder why I'm so successful at predicting the results of fights. Guess what happened now? There'll be no fight. Sarukian withdrew a few hours ago, claiming he has back problems. But I watched the video, I would have back problems too, because that back was going to get cracked. Anyway, the fight is off, and I'm a little disappointed. So what is happening is that a replacement, Moitano, who, I know Moitano, but I haven't studied his style, is going to be the replacement feature headline. And nobody outside of the top three can give Israel a warm time. And it's going to be boring for me to tell you that this is just another... you know, when I'm playing King game and they're sending another man come, they're just knocking over those tomato cans. I tell them to form a neat line. No pushing. I hear another man using my line recently. I invented that. Anyway, the point is that the line is going to just keep rolling because Israel have no competition. I thought Sarukian was good and probably would have made some improvements. So I'm very disappointed. For me now, the headline fight will be Hiri Prohitko. I think he come from Norway or someone of those countries. Is Czechoslovakia? Yeah, Czechoslovakia. He got to fight Jamal Hill. And to me, Prohitko is a higher level opponent than Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill have knockout point, can knock you out. But he's too indisciplined in his boxing, in his fighting technique. And the thing about me, you know, I look at people's weaknesses, you know. Just like in table tennis. No, the regular man can't come to me, you know. Because I will make them pay for the weaknesses. They have to be prepared to come to me. And Jamal is not prepared. So I think that Prohitko is going to take him out. I'm sorry. Not very exciting. Rest in peace, Ricardo Clark. I remember Ricardo Clark when I was the president of the... I was running Jamaica Table Tennis Association. And we brought a coach called Roman Pleche from Poland or some other country. Came to Jamaica. And we said he had a look at all the players. And, you know, who did you think was promising? And he picked two unlikely guys as promising. One was Rowan Schloss, who is a coach, big swinging, loud. And the other guy was Ricardo Clark. Both of them were similar. They're good hitters, good clean hitters, good TT player. Never really made it to the top, like most KC players. Never really made it. Made the team, but never really made it to the top of the thing. But rest in peace, my brother. I had a few things to say about Australian Open. My thunder was stolen by these guys. But how could you guys miss Sportsman of the Year award? It was given, the male sportsman went to the guy who won the discus medal.
All the thunder.
This is true. What's his name again? Stoner.
Yeah.
Stoner.
As we predicted.
RS. And the winner of the female category was the long jumper, SR. What's her name again? Shani Kyrgios. So RS and SR. I don't know what that has to do with winning awards. But Sportsman of the Year, I thought about it and I said, there's somebody missing. There has to be an asterisk on this Sportswoman of the Year in particular. Because as much as I didn't like her stance, I think the most outstanding sportswoman this year, last year, the year before, is probably Bunny Shaw.
Why?
Bunny Shaw, leading goal scorer for one of the leading female football teams in the world. Premier striker. If she wasn't playing for Jamaica, she would probably be Ballon d'Or level, were it not for Jamaica. Jamaica has been her liability, not the other way around. And Bonnie Shaw took a stance, because she is Bonnie Shaw. She took a stance about the players' welfare. And I think she's paying the price for it. And I say, shame on you, JFF. Shame on you, JFF. My friends at JFF, shame. You are talking, you.
Your good friends.
My good friends. Because you can't carry feelings in sports.
Yeah.
God knows. Kane Watson and myself have missed a few awards and selections because of belly and feelings. Right? But table tennis players tend to be arrogant. He's arrogant, I'm arrogant. I'm more arrogant because I'm more established. But you get the point of what I say. That indeed, you know, they're taking a grudge a little bit too far. I think they're taking a grudge a little bit too far, and therefore there has to be an asterisk on this trophy, Sportsman of the Year. And if I was Bonnie Shaw, I would say to the JFF, keep your trophy. I don't want your rusty trophy. Now, when we talk rusty trophies given out everywhere because the Olympic gold medal, gentlemen, is rusting. The Olympic silver medal and bronze medal. Did you guys hear this scandal? Athletes who got gold medal last year is now wearing these things out to parties and they leaving marks. Like, you know, they wear fake gold, Chinese gold, and all this kind of thing. It's a chemical problem. The Olympic medal, I found out in my research, because you guys know I do a little bit of material study, metallurgical studies and all this kind of thing. And I found out that the gold medal is not made of gold. All of you think a gold medal is made of gold. It's not made of gold. There's a bit of silver in the medal, even in the gold medal, but it's thin, it's wash over. And the same thing with all medals. There is no gold in nowadays medal, just a little coloring. Just as in some of these performances, they don't deserve the gold, they deserve a little coloring. I don't really think, it's really, the French, by the way, the French is something else, see? The Frenchmen have an Olympics and everything went wrong. They have gay people dancing and all kind of transvest kind of thing. Yes, you know, the French have been disappointed. I hope next thing doesn't go as bad as that. I have a few little things to point out. I got some congratulations from people because if these guys will acknowledge, I was the first personality to call for the release of Vybz Kartel. It took many years for that to go through. And so congrats to me for saying that. And also, you know, one of the things I called out for that will revolutionize sport, basketball, is the removal of a three-point line. And I think that when, you know, if the public is listening here, and I know they are, that will help Jamaica. I'm trying to help Jamaica. I was the one who called for the change in the motor vehicle point system. That's going to help Jamaica. I hope that Prime Minister is listening. What about the credits for the North-South Highway? People who wait in there, I said it last week. If you go to the toll, and you don't get through in 10 minutes, your trip should be free. And I think that will revolutionize transport in Jamaica because you will go through faster. And people want me to go for elected office, but I don't think so. One man who went for elected office the other day is Donald George Trump. And he won this one. I'm glad he won because his behavior last time when he never win was not so good. Some people when them losing, them kick down the barrier and them throw them, you know? Yeah, but Mr. Trump, when he lost last time, I was very scared he would lose because there were many, you know, so I'm glad he won. And there are some people in Canada who might not be so happy, as well as Mexico and Denmark, because and the Panama Canal too. I don't know if they'll be there much longer. But on closing, I came up with an idea because Dale was pointing out the poor condition of the roads and the numerous police we have all over the place. And I came up with an idea, one more idea, for free, Prime Minister. You listening? Let the police fix the roads. Give the police some wheelbarrow, some tar, and some maul. All those police you see on the road, they just put up some blocks. Boss, we have fixed the road. Fix the road, patch the road. The police are there, and I think it will, rather than this system, which I find oppressive, damaging, allow the police to fix the roads. What say you? This is sports commentary. You're welcome, Jamaica.
All right.
Oh boy, I always end with a bag and tell.
Yeah.
Boy, you never say save that one.
Yeah.
One thing that we can't see that turn there.
Yeah.
We could have talked about this, we could have talked about that. But his originality,
Yeah.
that cannot steal Peter. Oh gosh. Advice for free, but
Yeah.
as usual, you know, Peter touch on a lot of topics, a lot of points that, you know, raise the eyebrow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
One last thing, guys.
Sure, even talking about
Jamaica's best ever lawn tennis player died this
Richard
week.
Russell.
Richard Russell, and it would be remiss of us not to mention it. Richard Russell is our most accomplished player. He did a lot in Davis Cup for Jamaica, as well as
Richard Russell.
Richard Russell.
That's the father of Brian
his two
Russell.
sons. Yeah, his two sons are running an academy now. But Richard Russell actually defeated Arthur Ashe, and I suspect it was either Wimbledon or the U.S. Open. Big accomplishment.
And I read up he's
Think he
the
got
only
to-
Jamaican that played in all Grand Slams and made it past the first round in all of them.
Okay, Richard Russell. Yeah.
All Grand Slams, passing the first one. He's a pioneer in the Black Tennis Hall of Fame.
Of
and
course,
all
of
that.
course,
And a lot of
yeah.
people don't know that because, you know,
It's way
lawn
back.
tennis,
It's way
yeah,
back
lawn tennis is
history.
not in the
Yeah.
limelight
Here
in
in-
the Jamaican stratosphere where like the likes of Novak Djokovic and
Yeah.
on the big scene, but Richard Russell was a big player in his time, and I said going to all Grand Slams, passing the first one, because even so going to the Grand Slam, you have to qualify.
Yeah, you have to
Play
qualify, yeah.
and you have to get to
Of
qualify
course.
for the first round,
Yeah.
and then to win first round
I
match.
think back then the West Indies played as a tennis team.
Okay.
It was country by country. I think it
In
was
the
a
Davis
West-
Cup.
It's collective. Okay. Yeah.
Even so, we
Makes
see the
sense.
likes of, I mean, even America losing the second round, third round.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
top level tennis has been playing from a long time. From he reached these rounds, and Richard Russell is a world ranked player from back then. We have to mention and note of that. I said condolences again to the Russell family, and definitely an icon in sport in Jamaica.
Yeah, tennis.
Definitely,
Mhm.
I think I got other distinction. I'm not
Yeah, man.
sure.
Of course, him have a whole awards and
So,
things that they bestowed on
rightfully
him.
so.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
Condolences to the Russell family, and again, I mean, a legend in Jamaica tennis.
Yeah. So Peter raised a point about Bonnie Shaw. I think Froggy was saying the same thing as well. That Bonnie Shaw deserved it. She didn't get something equivalent to the Ballon d'Or. She didn't get an award like that from the Female Player of the Year. She didn't get any within the league itself. So
But making note of that, I think Shanika Ricketts is a deserved winner. I mean, being
over
Olympic,
Bonnie.
easily Olympic silver
Over
medalist.
Bonnie?
Yeah, an Olympic silver medalist. Yeah, well,
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Would you say?
Umbrella say it's a
would you-
Jamaican award, you know.
No, but she's a Jamaican that perform.
Not for Jamaica.
No, not necessarily.
performing for Jamaica
but
going
she's
trump that.
but she's still Jamaican, so she's
Yes.
performing within her sport.
But even so, I'm saying winning an Olympic medal
Trumps.
trumps that performance.
Um,
I'm not saying, of course, I
uh,
agree that Bonnie Shaw should be a candidate. I'm agreeing with that totally. But I think Shanika Ricketts is
So
a
you tell me
deserved
that
winner.
JFF didn't put her up as a candidate at all?
Didn't put her up. Out of spite.
I don't know about that.
But because not the JFF give out the award still, you know. It's not the JFF give out the award, though, you know, Peter. So maybe she never get enough nominations to be a part of the final cut.
I think she should have been in
But
the mix.
easily though,
But I
Bonnie
think-
Shaw is an if it's not Shelly and the rest of them, Bonnie Shaw is the biggest name out there in terms of accomplishments.
What accomplishment?
Football accomplishments.
Will you tell us the accomplishments? I'll make go on. This is Froggy's topic. Froggy
Yeah.
been said. I want Froggy to tell us the accomplishment.
all right.
Sometimes I don't say I watch the matches, but
Yeah.
Bonnie Shaw coming off the bench and scoring 2-3 goals coming off the
She's
bench.
dominant.
Some tap-ins and this and that.
Yeah.
And some,
I will leave it for Froggy. I will leave that Bonnie Shaw
in the Man
one.
City colours.
Yeah.
In the Man City colours.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying,
Oh, you're just saying the fact that when she represent the country is a different ball game.
Plus, she took a hiatus from representing the country.
Yeah,
which
but-
that's the award was for that period, and she didn't represent the country in that
period.
So how can she win the
Is it
Jamaican
rep-
Sportswoman of the Year award?
Is it
goes to-
representing the country
Of
or
course.
just being a Jamaican playing sports and winning things? And
It is both. It is both.
all right. You feel?
And then there's no bigger games.
Than the Olympics.
EPL cannot compare to a World Cup, an Olympic Games,
so you say my female
World
cricket. So you
Championships.
say, so what about in the case of a cricketer?
You have to perform for the West Indies, which is
A part of the,
which is Jamaica is a part of that. So cricket has a different dimension, but you have to perform for West Indies. So if you play local cricket, for like for female,
I think it's a little unfair because
And you said
it's a team sport.
that
It's a
make-
team sport,
that
and
will
it's
make
very
300
hard
runs every
because
day at
Jamaica
Savannah
probably would
Park.
never reach the Olympics in football, female football. So I
no,
think,
no, but they reach World Cup.
yeah.
What did she
So
do at the World Cup?
she was one of the leaders on the team.
We didn't
But
score
she
a goal.
is the leader on the
We didn't
team.
score a goal, really.
Yeah, but is that teams that kind
Who
of
scored
team?
that goal? Not Bunny Shaw.
I'm gonna leave this one for Froggy. I'm gonna leave this one for Froggy.
But then we played Curacao and
Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one for Froggy.
Bonaire and Cayman Islands, which they don't have developed football.
She scores against them.
She scores a
So
bunch
you're
of goals.
saying that she's a bully? That's what you're saying.
You are saying it, and I'm agreeing with you.
How many people do long jump in the world?
A lot.
How many
lot
people
of
even
people.
anyway, I'm not
lot
going
of
to discredit
people do that.
I'm not going to discredit that track and field
lot of people.
accomplishment, but I think it's comparable to what she's doing in England.
Jumping
But
close
I'm
to
going to let
15
Froggy
meters.
deal with that
One
one.
of the best.
Let me move on to
And triple jump, by the way.
yeah, triple jump.
One of the best triple jumpers of all time, exceeding the 15-meter mark already.
Okay.
Not but few people, females do that.
All right.
And she's been knocking on the door. She win Commonwealth medals, World Championship medals, and getting the silver medal
Yeah.
at the Olympic Games. I mean, we didn't get a usual Shelley goal or
Yeah.
Sherika goal. I mean, field events,
all right.
so to say. So I'm just saying.
I'll make it
And
slide.
in the Jamaican colors
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
somebody who didn't represent the country in that time.
All right. You have a problem with she siding with the coaching, the firing of the coach and Sidela Mali
I
and the
don't have a
whole.
problem with it.
You know. Anyway,
I agree with her.
I'm waiting for Froggy to come and
No, but so
defend that one here.
I'm agreeing with her.
Yeah, man, come Froggy.
I'm agreeing with her.
Yeah,
When she did all of that, I'm not knocking her.
Yeah.
But it comes with the price of not winning an award like
no,
this.
yeah, that slightly true. What you make? What you
Just
make
like
of?
me, no, probably not.
We're still
agreeing
on
with
the same
association.
medal topic, but Peter said something about the gold medal. How disgraceful can you have the biggest game in the world in terms
You
of
know,
revenue, in terms of revenue and money, the amount of money that the
Hold on,
Olympic body makes?
I was watching some.
Not getting real gold
I
and
was-
real silver
I was
and real
watching
bronze.
a clip on YouTube the other day, and the title of the clip was "The Olympic Games is the biggest sporting fraud
Fraud.
I agree.
because the money goes, everything goes to the organizers. People who participate don't get paid.
I think they start get that little money now.
No, they might get from the national association, but the
No,
IOC
check it out, Peter.
But the history-
Yeah, check it out. Check it
But
out.
even so, even
Check
if we
it
start
out.
getting
Yeah,
it
man.
now,
Yeah.
from
All those times.
all those time coming
yeah,
straight up,
yeah.
who benefits from the Olympic Games? At least don't make remember, see, you train hard every 4 years, guts
Yeah.
and glory to get a medal. As I said, it's not even gold. And you go home, you don't get paid. If you do get money, it's look at the Singapore athlete.
Check it in, Peter.
The
Check it.
Singapore athlete got all of that from her country.
Yeah, man, I remember. The table tennis.
IOC bidding, the organizers to host Olympic Games, they're bidding all of this money.
And to give fake medal, fake gold, and fake silver.
Cutting costs.
Olympic Games
No,
are probably the biggest
I
fraud.
think that should have been 1
You think
K where you
American
get the
sports-
real, you get the real
Look how
thing.
much Steph Curry them get paid.
Yeah.
No, look at Neymar. Neymar played most of 48 minutes over the past year, and Neymar earned over probably $100 million.
They get what they deserve in
They
terms
don't
of.
play.
Yeah.
Steph
'Cause-
Curry get 40 million for the past about 8 years. Kawhi Leonard been getting paid.
Yeah.
Are you telling me
still
Olympic
play?
athletes don't get well from the IOC? They will
Yeah.
get here, and they don't get as much.
Mm.
They change hard, and Olympic Games is probably the biggest game.
It's the biggest. It's the biggest
Outside of
collective
probably the
game.
FIFA
yeah.
World Cup, but the
Yeah.
biggest multi-sporting games for
Yeah,
sure.
of course, easily.
The only thing
And
that can rival it is the World Cup, and that's a debate but we probably can't follow it because some people say the World Cup is bigger than the Olympics.
no, it can't be.
Because it's a multi-sport
Yeah,
game.
it
so
cannot be
Olympics-
possible. Yeah, Olympics is the
premier
mecca. Is
when
the
it comes
top.
to sports.
Is the top. Is the top of the top games. You know.
But people, Froggy in 5, this is what Froggy coming with now.
No, man. I'm here, man. So last week I did beat and Grimmy, but there's one aspect of the interview that he did that I didn't mention, and it kind of grieved me.
Grimmy as in
Al Grimson. Coach Al
You
Grimson.
make it sound like you're on friendship terms. You know?
No, we're not on friendship
like
terms.
You to take PE, Grimmy. You tell the
Grimmy.
people, Al Grimson.
Al Grimson.
Yeah.
A part of the interview, he said when he just came to Jamaica, it was like being in Jamaica was like a teaching role. He wasn't learning. He has to be teaching. And I'm like, you are coming from basically a first world country. You are a top coach. You're coming to Jamaica. We are not that on that level. So you're supposed to bring your expertise to us. Number one, you didn't even embrace the culture in the first place. So what is it? What is wrong with you teaching the JFF or teaching the kids or teaching the guys, say, hey, this is how you're supposed to do this and this is how you're supposed to do that? What is wrong with that? I don't see nothing wrong with that. You're complaining that you have to be teaching. Come on, man. Come on.
I mean,
come on, man. He has to go.
Yeah,
Well, him gone already. Him gone already.
Yeah, so you're saying that he should have embraced the
Embrace
culture.
the culture. Embrace us. Embrace the warmth of Jamaica itself.
Even
and
though the culture, in terms of a sporting
we're not a sporting
prowess,
country. You know.
is not even say somewhat, is definitely inefficient.
Yeah, but
So you're saying you should embrace an inefficient sporting culture
and then add your
to where the goal is to qualify for World Cup.
And
And,
then
the
add-
means that they're going by it is unprofessional.
but then that's
I'm not
where
defending Grimmy, you know.
no, but that's
Al Grimson, sorry, because whenever you take TV, I can't.
but that's where you embrace what is happening and say, all right, then this is what is happening. Then you try to adjust. Then you try to adjust. But you can't come and want to sweep. You
So you're
can't
saying
sweep, you know.
if Pep Guardiola comes, he should
He has to
accept our culture, or we should bend to Pep's vision.
you accept the culture and then you implement what you want to implement.
if you don't
You
Or
think
you
that's the
help.
way?
You have to accept you have to embrace what you
Kane,
have.
You have to.
Kane, if
Yeah,
you
you have to
if you
embrace
don't
it.
accept the culture,
Yeah,
you're
no
gonna be in
problem.
chaos.
No, but what culture? I mean, aspects of the culture. But
No.
you're saying, what should he accept?
Culture in itself.
Yeah, what about the
This
culture?
is Jamaica. This
Yeah.
is how we do things.
We're laid back.
Yeah.
You should accept that.
Yeah, you have to accept
Oh,
some
come
laid
on,
back.
don't
But then you
tell me
have
that.
hold on,
No,
hold on.
no,
You have ways
So we're
to
not
go
going
around it,
anywhere.
you know.
No, we're not. That's why we cannot.
You
go
have ways
anywhere.
to curve it, you know. Because you can be laid back and still be efficient, you know. You have persons who are laid back and they still get things done on time. So it's not
No,
about
but being that is the problem. You're not on time.
If you look at the only thing I agree, you know, because you
What
see
is it you want
culture is
embrace?
important, and when you come, you have to know the culture and understand the culture.
understand the
Yeah,
people
but-
we are dealing
And
But you're talking
for
about
you-
the music and the
it's
food. I'm
just
not
like
talking
with
about that.
countries. If you look at the countries where the people who are running the country, culture in terms of culture, they are not really from the culture, from the culture
you're saying
itself.
that-
Those countries are normally crime. It's just crime. They plague with crime and violence. You see, any country that you find that the leader is from the culture itself, ethnic wise, that country is always a progressive country. You just look at. I don't think you don't know what I'm talking about
No,
still.
break it down first, brother.
When
Give us
you're-
an example.
I don't want to go into an example
Alright,
because
for
it's
a
gonna go off.
country.
It's gonna go off topic. But if you want a
which
country,
sports?
if you want a country to be progressive, your leader is best to be from the culture itself. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So when I say from the
So you're saying,
culture, from the culture
see, I goes
itself,
from our culture.
that's my point that
That's
I'm
how we
making.
progress. I'm minding them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying culture is important. You know, I think culture is very important.
So
So
with
you-
Simoes.
He
Simoes is
embraced-
not from our culture.
no, but we share similarities with Brazil. So he was
What similarities
he was able to understand Jamaica's culture itself.
What similarities
Because
you share with
we
Brazil?
have the same party aspect. We basically play the
What
same.
similarities
We like
you
the
have with
skill,
Brazil?
the skill in football. We want skill players. He realized that we have skill players as players who like to show their talent.
Yeah.
So he was able to say, I didn't. Brazil and Jamaica is not so far apart in terms of
But who used to
food.
qualify for World Cup?
No, local players. Mainly local players. With
who
skill,
used?
with more.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see run back with steal run back with two win
No
back
man,
them.
it was
basically
it
the
was
same.
It was
Maybe
70%
God was compared to
local,
Cafu, you
man.
know.
But what we interviewed Rene Simoes,
Mhm.
and Rene Simoes, one of the key points was the guys were together.
Yeah.
But that's but it's Jamaica
Him
together.
Carry them to Brazil, him carry them all over, and then play a lot of matches together. What culture Vinicius Moyes embrace?
So it's not. So never embrace the culture. Of course, he embrace the people. He embrace the people.
Moyes put discipline with certain people like Waterboy and another boy. He's never been to them.
But exactly my point. But he got to understand them. He embraced them as a person who they are. Say, boy, these guys.
So you don't think it's our culture hindering us from progressing, so to say, in sports and football? Why you don't think the culture is a setback? Why is it coming down and grooming? Because you switch grooming with somebody else, you're going to switch with somebody else, and you're going to switch with
somebody else. We've been switching with somebody.
Whether somebody understands the culture or not, if we don't get to the point together where we need to be professional, we need to be disciplined, we need to play as a unit. None of that don't come out to no culture. The guys have to play together and sacrifice together. You can't have Leon Bailey. I said, oh, him going to take a time off. That have nothing to do with culture. You can't have a Leon Bailey late for a bus. You can't have Trivante Stewart say, oh, all right, then that man out, me I go do this too. You can't have, all right, you see Bowser, you see Liam Bailey, so you see, no, back in the same time, everybody moved together and make sure everybody moved together. One team at one chick seems so, culture have nothing to do with it.
The administrative aspect of that.
I'm not saying Grimmie was perfect,
he wasn't perfect.
But the more fault is within the GFF.
Yeah, we know that. We know that, you know. We know so there's faults in GFF, you know. But what I'm saying is that he came not knowing how things were being run in GFF. He never quite understand. So he's coming, do this. He said, no, it would have changed, you know. But you have to give it time. You have to learn why things are being. You have to learn how things are done.
It's the same mistake. It's the same mistake when they brought the Chinese coaches here in 2005 and 6. Peter Mu Young led administration, brought 2 Chinese coaches here for 2 years, and I thought it was a failure. You know why? Because the coaches could not adapt to the situation and the culture that we had here. And because of it, it just turned out to be a failure. They couldn't, because they're so used to, they're so used to just having everything blah blah. So they couldn't adjust and adapt and kind of change around things because okay, these players have to work. You know what I mean?
Better to send players to China.
That's my point. That would be yes, because they coming in expecting a certain type of thing, and they just didn't understand. So they come and say, "How can
you go to China? You're in a building." You have 3 different levels of
they couldn't understand how we can survive or even play table tennis in this type of environment. And they just couldn't adjust themselves to the facts that's on the ground.
Is not at the level of the Chinese.
Yeah, but that is true. But then again, I'm sure if you had brought in, if you carry a Nigerian coach here, a well-established Nigerian coach, he would have found a way.
He would have gotten better results.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Because he would have understood.
But it wouldn't have been to the Chinese level.
It will never be to the Chinese level.
Because
but the culture would have to change.
Okay,
but the culture cannot change.
And the thing is, we can have a sporting culture.
Yeah, but the culture cannot change.
Because you have players around the Caribbean that beat Chinese players.
Yeah, but the culture cannot change. The coach cannot change the culture.
No, cannot.
It's impossible.
But a Nigerian coach would have gotten better results
than a Chinese coach. That's my point when I'm talking about, because they have an understanding. And
what are the results now?
It's just like a mechanic leaving Jamaica.
So you think Theodore Whitmore or Rudolph Speed or Miguel Coley or Ducky or you name a top coach, a Jamaican top coach,
Speed
could have lead this Jamaican team? Can lead this Jamaican team to the World Cup?
No, they won't have the respect of the players. That would be a big issue. If you're gonna get a local coach, you'd have to get somebody that command that respect.
You look at the players now. Do you think that how, for example, Liam Bailey approaches Jamaican football is the same mentality to when he goes to Aston Villa? Why does he have 2 different mentality and 2 different approach? When he come out here, he feel him at the Kingpin. When he go to Aston Villa, him fall in line. Why when he come out here, he can't fall in line?
It's a lack of respect. And I would say this to you. In closing,
so how it can come down on Grimmie? It can't come down.
It don't come down on him, but maybe Froggy have a slight point with the culture. I agree with. I think culture is important.
More blame on Grimmie than anything else.
Trying to change.
But then look at what Grimmie did. JFF say, yo, this is the route we're going, you know.
I give him more kudos than
Suspension.
anything else.
And
He
he
don't
say,
put up with the crap.
He was a professional.
he
That's
was a
what I mean.
professional,
He
but
don't put up with the
we
crap.
know that.
And that's why him look like say, oh, in falter.
we know he never put up with the crap. But at the same time,
He's professional, though. That's why I'm leaving.
Yeah. But him so he had success with Iceland and come from Iceland.
Yeah.
Know the culture of Iceland.
That's what I'm saying. It's very important.
He's
Very
got a
But
important.
even so, you're saying that if a coach comes in, you have to get used to the culture. Which coach you
All
think
right.
you can bring in?
if you
and-
get used to the
here,
culture, you
if-
can always make the
Is
adjustment
it Craig
afterwards, you
Butler?
know.
Yeah, we know we're out of time, but we have to take it. It's a Butler. Butler have a presence that him demand respect. Him have that arrogance about him, so him can talk to anybody.
Yeah.
So if we want to bring in a local coach, him have to have that presence too.
So you think
Meaning,
Butler would be the answer.
no, I'm
sir.
not saying Butler.
No.
I'm saying
No, you
a
would
figure,
get better
a
results.
figure,
A figure that
a
get-
figure
that
like
gets you
Butler,
respect.
because look at them now that can talk to Leon. And you understand? They are the English players that coming in. You need
Best
somebody.
bet is Tapa.
Top up.
If you're going local and Tapa.
And I think Tapa too laid back too. You need somebody with a presence.
The best bet would be a younger Carl Brown, but he can't do it now.
Road of speed.
Anyway,
If
people,
Carl Brown was younger in them 40s,
of course,
Carl Brown could have kept them in line.
and demand with them.
And
Yeah,
them
of
have to
course,
respect Carl Brown.
of course. I agree.
Carl Brown was one of the driving force behind Rene Simons, and don't
Yeah,
get enough
yeah.
credit.
Yeah.
Rene Simons that.
Carl Brown was a coach.
Yeah, man, I know.
Was
Was
more
a
the
coach.
than
He was no.
anything
Carl Brown was a
And-
coach,
and-
and he was a technical director.
director.
A Carl Brown run the
Brown,
scene.
And you have to respect Carl Brown.
And we interviewed
matter
Carl,
who-
but him
no
don't
matter-
give us all the stories,
No,
because
it
you have
could have been-
inside things that him
Could
can
have been
tell
Walter
us about.
Boyd, it could
Yeah,
have been
yeah, man.
Pepe Goodison,
Yeah,
you
man.
could have been-
But
If you're
it goes
not
back
with
to
the
what I'm saying.
program, come
Look,
interview
look,
T at
look,
the interview
Rene,
all that.
Rene came here, you know,
Give us a
and
unit.
when I say understand the culture, they had to have.
It's like how we can go political. It's like how the people them in captivity across the Middle East start to give back the people them people. You see that man when he come Mr. Trump, him have a presence too. Whether you like hate him or love him, him have a presence
Trump.
too. And it's a leadership. As a head coach, you need somebody like that what demand.
But it goes
That's
back-
why I rate Butler still in
it
him.
goes
That's
back- but-
because you can see
But
say him
what
have a
about
presence. Him have a presence
It
and
goes
him
back to what they
command.
say about the culture, you know. When Rene came here,
30
he never-
seconds,
he
guys.
never
30
really
seconds. We have to
understand
wrap up
everything,
now. 30
but
seconds. We have to
he
wrap up
had
now.
a Carl Brown behind him who can show him the culture and say, this is the player them. Me, I will deal with this. You deal with
so
that.
he come down and agree if him don't have a Carl Brown behind him. It come down to
Exactly my point, because he came here with everybody thinking him can come change everything, but you have to understand that understand work. You have to have somebody else
Increments.
who you can say, boy, I want this done, you know.
Yeah, but you have to
Me
give
not come to you, no. Me come down as me come to you.
All right, guys.
You are JFF. We can't come to deal and talk to deal, you know. You have to
Nice
come to
eating
you and say,
discussion. We'll have to continue this next week. We're now cutting to the time.
Yeah.
All right,
so
so
look at track and field.
Yeah, man, but-
Times we talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Looking for a big indoor season. I mean, more Australian Open next week. NFL next week again.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to talk back at Reggae Boys again next week.
of course.
Yes.
And I
Of
know
course.
Peter going to come with something for the advice for everybody.
All right.
and scores out there, Chiefs leading 6-3 over the Texans.
All right, guys. Well, we have to thank the listeners and viewers. Fit FM 96 point, the whole Western Jamaica. Primal 4K app, Facebook, YouTube. Thanks for tuning in each and every Saturday at this time.
I never say it clear enough. Fit FM.
Fit FM 96.7.
Big up to Fit FM.
Of course.
Alright.
And the listeners.
See you again next week. Same place, same time. Peace and love from the Primal Sports Desk. Watch some sports this weekend and enjoy.